Boil water advisory in Walhalla due to major water line break. In a startling turn of events, the residents of Walhalla, South Carolina, were issued a boil water advisory on July 31st, 2025, following a major water line break that left much of the city with low or no water pressure. This unexpected development has turned daily routines upside down for the community. But here's where it gets controversial. While some residents are understandably frustrated by the inconvenience, others are raising concerns about the long-term implications for the city's water infrastructure. The City of Walhalla Water Department is working tirelessly to address the issue, with repair crews on site as we speak. However, until the problem is fully resolved, the Water Department has mandated that all city residents boil their water for at least 3 minutes before use. This precautionary measure is crucial to ensure that the water is safe for consumption, especially in light of the potential contamination from the water line break. And this is the part most people miss. Boiling water is not just a temporary fix, but a vital step in preventing potential health hazards. It's a simple, yet effective way to kill harmful bacteria and pathogens that may have entered the water supply. So, what do you think? Are you concerned about the safety of your water supply during these disruptions? Or do you think this is a necessary precaution that's being handled well? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Let's start a conversation about how we can better prepare for and respond to such emergencies. Boil water advisory lifted in Walhalla, South Carolina after major leak. In a significant turn of events, the boil water advisory for Walhalla has been officially lifted, bringing relief to residents who have been affected by a major water leak. According to city officials, the advisory was rescinded following the successful results of 2 sets of compliance samples, both of which tested negative, indicating that the water is now safe for consumption. Here's what you need to know. The city administrator reported that repairs to the water system were completed on Thursday, and water pressure was restored overnight. However, it's important to note that the boil water advisory was still in effect at that time, as staff were required to conduct additional testing at 24 and 48-hour intervals to ensure safety before fully lifting the advisory. Let's rewind a bit. The situation began when a significant water leak occurred, leading to a drastic drop in water pressure across Walhalla, South Carolina. This prompted the Water Department to issue a boil water advisory for all residents. The advisory instructed everyone to boil their water vigorously for at least 3 minutes before using it for drinking, cooking, or even brushing their teeth. This precaution is crucial in preventing any potential health risks associated with contaminated water. By around 6:35 p.m. on Thursday, City Administrator Celia Myers provided an update, indicating that repairs were progressing well and that residents could expect full restoration of water pressure by the following morning. So what does this mean for the community? The lifting of the boil water advisory is a positive development, but it also raises questions about the infrastructure and maintenance of the water supply system. How can such leaks be prevented in the future? What measures are in place to ensure that residents are promptly informed during emergencies? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you agree with the city's response to the water leak? What improvements do you think should be made to the water system? Share your opinions in the comments below. Walhalla restaurants under boil water advisory. You never miss the water until the well runs dry. Imagine a scenario where the very thing you take for granted suddenly becomes scarce, like water. That's exactly what's happening in Walhalla, South Carolina, where residents and businesses are grappling with a boil water advisory after a significant water line leak. In Walhalla, the city water department has issued a boil water advisory affecting all customers following a major water line leak that occurred on Thursday. The interim water director pinpointed the location of the leak between Burns Mill and Jefferson Road. According to the city administrator, repair crews were on the scene early in the morning, but the heat exacerbated the situation, causing water tank levels to drop significantly. As a result, many parts of Walhalla experienced low or no water pressure. Despite the challenges, the repairs were completed by Thursday afternoon, and water levels were restored overnight. However, the boil water advisory remains in place as a precautionary measure. Local businesses, however, are no strangers to such water-related issues. You know what they say, right? You never miss the water until the well runs dry, remarked Charles Chrissy, Vice President of Mountain Mocha. For nearly a year, Mountain Mocha has been dealing with recurring water problems, which have become so severe that they've resorted to purchasing bottled water to ensure the quality of their products. My first reaction when the leak happened was to turn off our espresso machine. It's a $1,900 investment, Chrissy shared. He emphasized that the ongoing water issues have required the business to go to great lengths to maintain operations. We have been buying water. We buy bottled water here to serve a good cup of coffee without any aftertaste or risk of illness, he added. The city's water woes extend beyond just this incident. Earlier this year, the city council allocated about $500,000 from the utilities budget, dismissed the former utilities director, and had to rely on neighbouring Seneca to supply water after 2 of its 3 pumps failed last month. It's a considerable amount of work. More work to bring in water every day, Chrissy noted. His co-owner, Mickey Caruana, expressed growing frustration with the situation. It just doesn't seem like it's getting closer to resolution. It just seems like it's getting more exasperated, she said. City officials are committed to resolving the issue and have stated that water samples will be tested at 24 and 48-hour intervals, as required by regulations. Once the tests confirm the water is safe, the advisory will be lifted. Some residents and business owners are questioning whether the city's approach to managing its water infrastructure is sufficient. Is the current strategy addressing the root cause, or is it merely a band-aid solution? What do you think? Should the city invest more in long-term solutions, or are they doing enough? Share your thoughts in the comments.